exciting win, great team win to get back here, get home. This was a good one, big one. It started out, Arch had a rough first, not by result, more by pitch count, drove his pitch count up, and that's kind of what limited him not going the distance like he normally does. And then to Miley, we came out and attacked him really, really well, and he made some adjustments that we didn't get much going after that. He really did a nice job. He had one inning, his last inning, where we got the tying run to third and weren't able to get him in, so that was a little frustrating, but he did a nice job keeping us off balance. Added a new pitch since the last time we saw him with the cutter. Then it kind of broke open. We had a lot of good at-bats, from everybody. Obviously, Cabrera's home run was huge. But you look at Longo's at bat, Logan's at bat. Those were also just as big. Just a lot of good things from everybody.
You're almost not used to that period of time over a few innings where you're not getting hits because the offense has been so on track lately. But what does it say for this team that you could snap back in right when Tazawa comes in the eighth?
A lot. I mean, nothing that we haven't already said about him. We've had some good at bats and some good innings against Tazawa this year, but he's very tough, and they had it matched up where it was a bunch of righties he was coming in to face, and we kind of just grinded out some big hits.
When you were watching Arch in that string of 7 consecutive guys that he struck out, what stood out to you from his performance?
I mean, they still gave tough at bats. I mean, he had to work for everything he got, and we talked about that pregame that. The Red Sox have seen him quite a bit. Any team in our division has seen him, and for Arch to put those kind of numbers together against a bunch of guys that have plenty of at-bats, that speaks volumes about how good his stuff is.
And Aaron Sebia, that last home run might be the hardest hit ball that he's hit of all the ones that he's hit.
Yeah, that went a long way. I mean, I don't know if it went the longest. The one in Detroit went a long way too, but that was a big one because it allowed us to separate the game a little bit.
Yeah, you had talked about that on the last road trip, the inability to separate a game.
Yeah.
And tonight you actually.
Well, we were down, tied, then ended up ultimately separating it a little bit, but. Yeah, I mean, we play tight ball games. I think that's a credit to our pitching, our defense, and it is nice when you do it late in the ball game like we did tonight.
How about the way Longoria and Forsythe kind of just like cobbled that little tying? I mean, the tying run was kind of big there too.
Yeah, it was huge. I mean, we're asking our guy that our 4-hole hitter in Logan tonight to do everything he can to get him over, and that just shows the team concept and kind of. I mean, I know he got the hit, but he's sacrificing himself right there to do everything he can to get the ball to the right side of the field.
Have any bad mojo as far as like not getting that the tying run on the other one?
Yeah, I mean that was a rough inning because at that point in the ball game, KK gets to third base and no outs, and we didn't get it. And I mean, generally, you don't get many opportunities after that, especially that late in the ball game. But credit the guys that followed up the next inning, Longo getting us going, and then everybody else that followed.
How about that catch by Mikey?
Tremendous catch. I mean, we've seen it all year with KK, but Mikey, when the ball left the bat. I didn't think it was going to get caught by any means, but Mikey's done a tremendous job. I mean, he's got big hits, and you definitely see the comfort on offense, on defense, on the bases. I mean, even the hustle play in the first inning. I mean, he's feeling much more comfortable. You got to feel comfortable to be able to play like that, and I think he is.
And good to get Souza back. A couple knocks, still on base.
Souza brings a special part to our team with the power, the speed combination. Similarly to what Desmond has, the capabilities of doing. So it is really good to have him back.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.